Peace to hearts. What's up? This your boy Eru, host of the Dynex podcast. This is Diehard State of Mind, but at the moment we're gonna be doing regular Diehard Knicks until State pops in. He should be popping in soon. He's getting himself together. But let's unpack some things, man. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. But this is one thing that nobody ever talks about because nobody cares about him. It's Rick Brunson, the guy we just signed to be our assistant coach, right? So anyway, it's not we didn't sign him because we're trying to lure uh you know Jalen Brunson here because they already have that thing. I mean, you're a grown man, 25 years old. You don't want your dad around. You want to pave your own path. You don't want nepotism. You don't want that to be a part of the conversation. You want to get your stuff or get whatever it is that's owed to you. You know, under your own power. At least any decent human being, man, woman, or whatever, you want to achieve all of your accolades and all of your things yourself. You don't want to have somebody helping you or giving you like sweet talking people behind the scenes and this that and the other, or having the fact that having a franchise set you up because we're gonna get his dad here, then we're gonna get his cousin to serve popcorn and all this other nonsense. So anyway, let's talk about Rick Brunson, man. Rick Brunson, he's a former Nick. We all know this, right? But what people don't know, State pops in. State, are you ready to go or no?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. What's up?
All right. So listen, I'm talking about Rick Brunson. So Rick Brunson. A lot of people don't know that he actually was a McDonald's All American.
Right. Ooh, that's nice to know.
Yeah, see, nobody knew that. Nobody talks about it. Nobody cares to talk about it. They just talking about the fact that he was a Nick and he's assistant coach and all that. But it's good to unpack some of this stuff from the past. This is 1991. So back in 1991, you talk about Daniel Marshall. These are some of the guys that was on his team. Travis Best, Corey Alexander. That's only on his team. But if you look at the other names, Rick Brunson's the only other guy that made it to the NBA outside of those guys I mentioned. Now, on the other squad, you got Chris Webber, you got Jalen Rose, Glenn Robinson, Cherokee Parks, Jimmy King, Juwan Howard, Allen Henderson. So that's basically the entire Fab Five is on the other side. So this is where he came from. He was supposed to have been one of the top, prospects coming into the NBA, before he got drafted. But he ended up not getting drafted. So anyway, that's just like a nice little just somebody got to do it. Somebody got to make him feel good about himself, just being the son, the father of the possible starting point guard of the Knicks, man. He's not just, some guy that Tom Thibodeau brought over, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a great thing because that's chemistry. You get what I'm saying? You want the infrastructure to be correct as well as the product that you're putting on the court. So,
Right.
like, you just almost have to go get Jalen Brunson now, according to everything that I'm reading, to what Ian Bagley and these guys is talking about, to like what's being reported.
Mhm.
And mind you, like these are all rumors, right? But like all the dots connect together. It's also reported that Tibbs been wanting Rick Brunson on the staff. But Rick Brunson, I believe he was coaching high school, and
Well, Rick Brunson was also on Tom Thibodeau's staff in Minnesota.
I mean, yes. So it's nice to see, man. Trying to get that chemistry together because we're trying to build something here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you got to cater to two fronts, right? You got to cater to the Tibbs. You got to cater to Tibbs because obviously he's the coach. Even though I hate the guy, but he's obviously the coach. But at the same time, you got to cater to the front office and connections because Rick Brunson is also Leon Rose's guy. So I mean, I know CAA, they running this Ponzi scheme. I don't know what type of mob rules they on, what type of mob ties they got. But if you're going to use it to your advantage, I mean, take advantage. But, at least it helps with putting better product on the court. I'm also happy that we get to keep Johnny Bryant, too, because Will Hardy got the Utah job. So I'm really happy that we get to keep Johnny O on the staff. Um, we can just keep building from there.
Right. Well, nepotism, that's what we're getting at. I'm listening to you talk, whatever, but while you're talking, that was Rick Brunson highlights. He had 0 points that game, but he also had 12 assists.
Right.
So, just to unpack that, 1991, I was like, I was still in junior high school age at that time. But these are the elder statement. He was like a high school senior. I was in like junior high school. So these are guys that remember. I looked up to the Fab Five and this, that, and the other. So I remember Rick Brunson back in those days. So when it became time for the Knicks to get him, I wanted the Knicks to get him back then because I thought 6'5", I thought he was going to be like the new thing. He was Jason Kidd before Jason Kidd came along. In my opinion, but hindsight is always 2020. The guy, he ended up being all-star bum, throughout his career, man. Even Jalen Brunson said that. He unpacked that, said his dad wasn't that good. He would bust his dad's ass. He probably would, you know.
Yeah, hey man, we seen what the young boy could do. I mean, I just trying to be positive here, because at some point, like I was saying to somebody early on Twitter, like you got to just accept reality, right? And sometimes you just can't be, trying to spend, you could try to spend whatever narrative you want, but what is reality? And reality is that Leon Rose wants Jalen Brunson. So
But that's not reality, though. He never said that.
he never.
Nobody in Knicks front office ever said they wanted Jalen Brunson. That's everybody out there. The same thing, like they were saying that we were going to trade for Jaden Ivey and all this other stuff. It's all bullshit. We were supposed to get Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and God knows whoever else we were supposed to get, throughout the course of history, man. But nobody's ever correct, ever. It's just us arguing over reports that most of the time will never come true.
So this is what gives me cause to pause, because I can go that route with you, but this would be cause to pause, right? Um, Leon Rose, used his CAA connections that Obi Toppin fell to 8. And if you want to condemn Leon Rose for drafting Julius Randle's backup, I can understand, because I think about that probably like every other day. But at the same time, Cleveland really wanted Obi Toppin, and that move happened because of Leon Rose's connections. So that gives me a little confidence in saying that, oh, I guess Jalen Brunson is in the bag, because these guys traded a first. You can't explain to me why you traded a first with Kemba Walker. That's a stupid move. Stupid. But you got back 3 first round picks. The next year or whatever the case may be. I don't really care for that. But when you do a move like that, it's almost like you gotta go get him now. Your father's on the staff. It's been spoke about for the last couple of months. Like, you gotta go get him now. But the another thing that gives me cause to pause is, are you paying Mitch? 1, are you paying RJ? 2, and what are you doing? Are you going to 3 is, are you going to like move off Evan Fournier and Alec Burks to try to clear the cap space in order to get a guy like Jalen Brunson? Or are you trying to sign and trade Randle for Jalen Brunson and still keep your cap space at the same time, and then try to go get Deontay Murray with that? But hypothetically speaking.
Well, the thing with the sign and trade thing is that Dallas is over the cap. So if we do a sign and trade, they can't do a sign and trade because then they'll go way over the cap. So it'll have to be like a third team involved in all this, So there's a lot of moving parts. Shout out to Bleacher Report. They had what's that dude somebody the plug. I keep forgetting his name. You know what I'm talking about? Pee Wee the plug. They were doing like a little Knicks trades and stuff like that, and they keep adding. They was adding Fournier. They added this guy Obi. They added a couple guys plus draft picks to try to get Jalen Brunson. But then at the end of the trade, they kept saying that the Knicks don't have shooting. But then you gave away the shooting. So the reason why I mention that is because everyone has a scenario. Everybody has an idea of how they can make the Knicks better. But it's just doing this, because getting Jalen Brunson does not make us an all-star team. It doesn't put us in the playoffs. It basically puts us in the same spot. I don't think Jalen Brunson is going to project us into like, oh, okay, we got Jalen Brunson. Are we good now? You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that?
So that's a good angle to go at it. So it depends on how you look at the rest of the roster. Like, how do you view RJ Barrett and Jalen Brunson's impact on him? How do you view Julius Randle? Like, what is What are they doing? I think one of the main things why people fight back against the Jalen Brunson thing, besides paying him, is what are you doing with the whole Randle situation? Like the fact that Leon Rose hasn't spoken in months and he hasn't said anything about the Julius Randle situation is like a lot of people is not excited about the Knicks paying Brunson a 4-year, $100 million contract. And then you got Julius Randle, who's making $117 million. So that's $217 million on Randle and Brunson. That sounds like prime 2005 Knicks. It sounds like it, and that's not good. Now let's say if you just get Brunson, you get trade Randle. Okay, cool. That's understandable. Who you gonna pay Mitch? Pay Mitch is $11 million, but then. What kind of trade are you trading Randle into? Are you trading Randle into somebody's trade exemption? Because that's another thing, Ebro, I think you got to take into consideration is the teams that have trade exemptions always operate above the cap. So if you're trading a guy like Randle or anybody for that fact on that team, teams that have trade exemptions always operate above the cap because they don't have the cap space. Like you said, but they still have the trade exemption where they can absorb that cap space. But, we got the contracts to do it too, but I don't know what team wants our assets because obviously they didn't want it on draft night. So, it's a wait and see. Wait and see.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Julius Randle into the mix. There's a bunch of moving parts, but at this juncture, what are we doing to actually get better? Like if we get Jalen Brunson, okay, then there's a lot of reports saying that if the Knicks move Julius Randle, we'll be able to get another max slot. But who's to say that if we get Jalen Brunson and now we still got RJ, we got to pay RJ, like you said. Mitchell Robinson got to get paid this offseason. What is that saying about what the Knicks are doing? Because now we're going to trade Julius Randle to get who? Because next year there's no free agents next year. Who's the other person that we're going to get here? Because it just now it just leaves the Knicks wide open. We cut ourselves open, by doing this. And then we're gonna cut ourselves open by moving Julius, and now we just stuck again. Like how are we getting better? What's the forward movement with this squad?
Depends on what do you move him for, one, and two, what is your belief in Obi Toppin? Like, how do you view Obi Toppin? Obi Toppin, all-star caliber to you? That's the question you got to ask management. You know what I'm saying? I think Obi Toppin is a factor into the Julius Randle equation, man. So
Yeah, look at the screen, man. Shout out to ADC. ADC just alerted me to a tweet because I'm looking at it now, but I'll put it up on the screen here. Just got a notification from Wojnarowski via the Knicks. The Knicks did something here, so I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to put it up on the screen. So we'll read it together like it's on Reading Rainbow and shit.
Together, breaking news. That's funny.
Yeah, breaking news right as we're talking.
The Knicks are trading Nerlens Noel and Alec Burks. The Knicks will unload $19 million in salary clearing.
Shit just got crazy, man. That is crazy, bro. That is fucking nuts right there. Yo, we already had what, 13 million? We already had 13 million free. Now we just freed 19 million like it's nothing. So what the fuck is this? Why is the Pistons helping us right now? Why is the Pistons helping us? You know why? Remember the draft picks that we traded on draft night? We did them a solid. We helped them get Jalen Duran, and we helped them get Jaden Ivey. We helped them out. And now they're helping us out by taking on two of our players that we're trying to get rid of.
It's the ball game. Wait. Bad news. They said I got to know more about this trade. I got to see what's going in that trade. If you open up 19 million more in cap space, what are you doing it for? That's a lot of cap space you got to work.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not good at math, but what's 13 plus 19 right now? 13 plus 19. So do we have $32 million free cap space right now?
Billion. We just opened up $34 million in cap space.
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't, holy
Man, what is that? What for real? What does that mean for us right now? $32 million. Right? Listen, Jalen Brunson's supposed to get. They saying that the cap numbers they saying is 25 million. That's too much, man. But if it's 25 million, so what's your number? You said 36, right?
Huh?
You said 36.
That Jesus, that's about like 34 million. Cap space 35. We'll say 35.
All right, so 35. So we're talking about $10 million, free to add somebody else to the mix.
Wow. Okay. Now you dance. Now you doing the dance. You dancing. You trying to do something.
Yeah.
You trying to do something. That's okay. That's nice to hear.
And that happened right after I said that like what are we doing after Jalen Brunson? Once we get Jalen Brunson, okay, so we're spinning around in circles now. What happens next? So making this move, freeing the extra cap space and whatever. Now you're playing games now. Now what the fuck is going on here? Because look, like
picks. I mean, he's saying we gave up draft picks. Look, listen. I already told everybody. I don't before I even see the draft picks that we gave up. I'm being honest with you, Eru. I don't give a shit about the 2023 draft. I don't give a shit about the 2024. I don't give a shit right now. Right now, I'm focused on I got a nice little young core. I'm trying to win some games. So if I gotta give up a first to get off those two hospital back, you don't gotta hear me talk about Alec Burks no more.
But we'll talk about Evan Fournier. Well, Alec Burks is not on the team now. He's on the Pistons, so he's not on the team. So there's no reason to talk about him anymore. But Fournier, like Eddie C is saying, Eddie C is our sideline reporter at the moment. So we still got Fournier that nobody wants on the squad. So he's available. He's still a good player. He might get moved too.
Wow! If you trade Fournier, now you got 52 million. All right. Eru, I want to personally say I'm sorry. I want to say I'm sorry to you because
what?
But hold on, I gotta say this, right? Because you're very knowledgeable, okay? And remember the convo we was having last pod, and you said to me, "So State, what if we get Zach LaVine and Jalen Brunson? What you gonna say now?" And I gave you a straight face, and I said, "Yo, man, that's not possible, man." Like I gave you the straight face, and I said it was not. I think that's kind of possible now.
But it was possible when I said it, though. When I said it, it was possible.
But I gotta see it. I didn't see it. You feel when you're a Knicks fan for 20 plus years, you gotta see the vision. The Knicks gotta do calculated moves. I don't give a damn. Man, I don't even need to see the first round picks they gave up to get off those two bumps. Y'all don't gotta hear me complain about Alec Burks no more. No more hospital bed. I don't even see a hospital bed. No more hospital bed nerves. Now we can actually enjoy basketball.
You want to hear the rest of it? Is they're saying that this is Woj. All of this is Woj. He's saying that we included 2 future second round picks to make it work.
Yo, that's the real mob balls gangster goons. Wait, hold on.
Wow.
And just give up. So you mean to tell me the Knicks just gave up?
Yo, wait. It gets even better. Let me put it up on the screen. Is it on the screen? No, it's not on the screen. Look at this shit. So just read the top part. It says New York will send Detroit back its 2023 second round pick, a second round pick from Miami in 2024, and $6 million. Sources say. So that's the deal.
That's what.
We trade them back their own pick.
Right there, boy. That is gangster. Whoa.
Bang!
Yo, no, he did not just goon him like that.
Leon Rose with the trade. Bang!
That was gangster what he did.
Oh shit.
Oh, he got my attention now.
Yeah, so I mean, how does a $6 million play in? Is that $6 million just like the money that they can add to a trade, or is that part of? I don't think that's part of cap. I'm not sure if that's part of cap.
Is that a trade exemption? Wow, Wow. I, I
So now, I mean, everything I wrote here on this book, you get to throw that shit out the window now. What the fuck we doing now?
we gotta throw the playbook out the window, man.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't. Yo, if Leon Rose get off Evan Fournier.
But even then, Evan Fournier is still, outside of, the role that he had last year, right? If Evan Fournier, it just has a decent role because we already got rid of Alec Burke. So now Fournier has a role now, because Quentin Grimes still has a spot because Quentin Grimes is going to take Alec Burke's spot now.
No. It's not even that. When you get rid of Evan Fournier, you getting rid of him because you already told either Bill or Levine, one of those two. You either told one of those two, yo, listen, I'm getting Brunson, and we want to get you two. We want to bring you here. You want to know what's so crazy? If Randle didn't go in that deal, because you could sign Bill outright and Brunson if you want, if you could finagle it. And if Randle don't go, I say fucking keep him in Obi, and we can have a fucking party. I say fuck it. If Leon could do that in one offseason, that'd be OD. But if you could trade Randle, I still trade Randle. But I mean, if you're trying to keep talent in the building.
Well, that's the thing. You need to keep talent in the building because, like I said, if we trade Julius Randle and we create more cap space, then we have to look for another Julius Randle. You feel me? Talent wise, if we trade Fournier, then we have to go get another Fournier. Because I mentioned Pee Wee the plug before because he already traded Fournier and this, that, and the other. But then he said, "No, we gotta get a shooter." But we just traded the shooter. We traded the shooter.
We got a shooter. We got a shooter. I'm about the shooter. We got Quentin Grimes. We got the shooter.
But I'm just saying But what's the thing for the offseason? We need wings, right? Yeah, so Fournier is part of that wing situation.
Wait, hold on. Listen to me now. We got Quentin Grimes and we got Reddish. So Evan can go. You get what I'm saying? Like Quentin Grimes, I'm comfortably fine with a Reddish going into year 4, who's trying to play for a contract, who's going to be fucking motivated, and a Quentin Grimes who's very young, who's 22 by the way, because I've seen both of them. One is going into year 4, the other's going into year 2. If you can get me somebody, Bill, Levine, if you could give me one of those two with Brunson, I think that whole Evan Fournier breaking John Starks thing, you could just throw that out the window. It was cool and all. He could,
but it's not about that though. Like Fournier broke the record because he could shoot. You're talking about Quentin Grimes that hasn't done nothing yet, and Cam Reddish hasn't done nothing yet.
Both of them.
Hope based on somebody that's been doing it for a while.
But he cannot defend on no. He will not play on no playoff rotation, brother, because he cannot defend. Quentin Grimes and Reddish. The reason why is because you want to see what you got in Reddish, and you want to see what you got in Quentin Grimes.
Yo, Bradley Beal can't defend, and Donovan Mitchell can't defend. There's quite a few people out there that can't defend.
That's true, but I feel like that's it. Yo, we was 11th in defense, right?
Right.
Remove Evan Fournier, right? We was 11th in defense, by the way. Remove Evan Fournier. We keep Randle. All right, fuck it. He got to be motivated next season. But we keep him. All right, fuck it. We got Obi. All right, cool.
No, I'm just saying because I mean, we can't just dismiss those guys. They're still decent, because I mean, you're talking about we got 30. I'm reading now. They're saying the Knicks got $30 million in cap space. These numbers are still not because it's not official yet because the offseason didn't really kick in yet. So once the offseason officially kick in and once they put the numbers down and whatever, there's gonna be a lot of other moving parts to make things work and shit. So we're talking about $30 million in cap space. So I mean, it's possible. Like you said, we could move Fournier, we could move Julius Randle. But the thing is, that's going to open up a whole nother conversation. Who do we get to fill those spots?
Dangerously, Evan Fournier. I feel like we got guys who can fill his spots. He got to go because I prefer to see Reddish and Quentin Grimes. Reddish led the team in deflections when he played last those short amount of games for us. And I want to see Reddish and Quentin Grimes, personally for me, get a fair share.
Yo,
Evan
Quentin Grimes probably led the team in pimples on the face too, I think.
Yeah, he a young bull, but I trust him though. He a young bull. He can switch 1 through 3. Cam Reddish can switch 1 through 4. I trust them young bulls. But the point I'm getting is if you replace Evan Fournier and you telling me you put in Levine or Beal in that spot, and you telling me you put in Brunson in that point guard spot,
That's different then.
then now we having a different conversation. Now
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Zach LaVine in that spot, as my man here said, he don't defend either. You know what I'm saying? Which is true. You know what I'm saying? But like if you delete Fournier and somehow able to lure in Zach LaVine, now you're talking a whole different ball game now. Because that's the person that filled in the spot. Because Fournier's already got the spot already. But if you put LaVine in that spot, then that freaking blows up the whole fucking thing right there.
So question to you. What's your belief in Obi? Because you got to tell me how good you think Obi Toppin is in order for me to try to sell to you that 2010 and 5 that he's bringing, if you got a year for RJ, a guy like Zach LaVine or Bill, and you got a guy like Brunson, I don't give a damn about that 2010 and 5. That can get.
But the 2010 and 5 is not, like, I mean, I don't give a damn about it either. But it's about talent on the roster. Like all these good teams. He's talking about Boston and Golden State. Look at Golden State. They had Kuminga on the bench. They had the dude that's gonna get money now.
Poole.
Poole is coming off the bench. You got Wiggins on the team too. You got Draymond. You got Clay is on the team. You got all these good players, man. Like in order to win the championship, you need good players. So if Julius Randle 2010 and 5, if in the mix of this, where Obi Toppin starts to ascend, now if Obi Toppin starts to become who he's supposed to be, then Julius Randle won't play as much, so he won't get 2010 and 5. But I'm saying, but he's still the energy of being able to get 2010 and 5 still needs to be on the court, because we're not going to get to where we need to go, not necessarily with Julius Randle, but just with a player of that caliber doing what players of that caliber do. He still has to have that energy to help us produce.
I respect that. My thing to you is all about fit, and if he's going to change his game, I don't want to see that, because Obi Toppin is just a better fit. If you got a guy like Bill, or you got a guy like Zach LaVine, and you got RJ Barrett, and you got Brunson, them boys gonna want to run. That boy gonna want to slow. He gonna want to slow the game down. I don't know how.
Yeah, but it's a team. It's a professional basketball team. So it's not about what he wants to do. It's about what the team is doing. So the team is not going to just, like, all 15 guys are not going to be like, oh well, Julius Randle's here. He wants to do this now, so let's all just let him do it. That's not how winning basketball works, though.
That's understandable. What happened last season? That's my thing.
Yeah, but we didn't have Zach LaVine. We didn't have Rick Brunson. We didn't have. We didn't have Rick Brunson. Yeah, we didn't. We didn't have Jalen Brunson. We didn't have all those guys. We didn't have none of those guys.
It's true, but it's all about play styles and fit. That's Obi Toppin, to me, in my opinion, is just a better basketball fit next to RJ, a guy like Bill or LaVine, and then a guy like Brunson. It's just a better basketball fit. Now, if your argument is, but State, we got to keep the talent. I mean, we could just keep Obi and Randle. But then my rebuttal to that is, can I trust the coach to play both of them the proper minutes?
But listen, if we get rid of Julius Randle and just piss him away, like ejaculate him off the team, right? And we just got Obi Toppin on the team, we still need a backup. So that somebody else is going to be on the roster to back up Obi. The person that backs up Obi can't be a can of garbage. He can't be a garbage can. He's going to need to be a good player too if we want to get to a championship.
I got it.
That's what I'm trying to say. Do I have this on the screen? No, I didn't put it up. I'm gonna put the Knicks roster up on the screen. Like, just in order to win in basketball, you have to put a proper you have to put a team together. Guys got to fit. Guys got to have roles and stuff like that. So, Julius Randle played a certain role because he was the best player on our team. There was nobody better than him. Even RJ wasn't better than him in the beginning. RJ later on, came on and started playing good. He got to 20 points per game. But look at the roster. You're talking about Alec Burks. We have Mitchell Robinson, Kemba Walker. All these guys. Derrick Rose was hurt all year. This is the team that we had. So it was a bunch of bums here. But now you're talking about adding Jalen Brunson. You're talking about adding Zach LaVine. You know that all of a sudden the team changes now. Now the leading player now is Zach LaVine. He's the guy now. You know, Julius Randle is going to have to be the second fiddle to Zach LaVine, and he might not even be second fiddle because we still got RJ and we still got Jalen Brunson. So he might end up being fourth option at that point.
Listen, they can figure it out. I trust Brunson's leadership. I trust RJ Barrett. Right now, it depends on who else you get with that. What else you could do with that? Because me personally, if I got Brunson, I'm trying to move up Evan Fournier's contract. I'm giving up a first to do it, and I'm trying to move off Derrick Rose contract.
That's another fucking guy, Derrick Rose, man. He makes 14. Everyone forgets about him. He needs to be off the team. If we got Rick Brunson and we got Quickly still, we didn't move quickly, and we got Deuce, then what the fuck we need Derrick Rose for? He needs to be the next one out of here.
I agree, and that's no.
Did you? I saw somebody post. I don't even know if it's a real rumor because like somebody posted it, but then he cited the person that said it, but then I couldn't find the person that he cited saying that he said it. What's the name? Derrick Rose to the Bucks for whatever. You know, at that point, I don't care. You know, he just needs to go. The salary needs to come off.
Yeah, no disrespect to Derrick Rose, but that $14 million, that could go. We could do something with that too. You could do something because the Knicks could say, even if they don't, get somebody else crazy in free agency, they could still give out a big 1-year contract deal, and roll that cap space over to next offseason. You know what I'm saying? So you could always be flexible in that spot. You probably give that to a vet, knowing that guy's not going to play. So it depends. Like it's a lot of ways you could go with it, but that's crazy though. That trade, that's wild.
It opens up everything. And listen, nobody's reporting on Derrick Rose. You know, right. I'm hearing Fournier, I'm hearing other people's names, but everyone's forgetting about Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose needs to be the fuck up out of here. You know, that's the guy. Forget Fournier. If Fournier can stay, if we get rid of Derrick Rose, because Derrick Rose makes 14 and Fournier makes 19. Let's get Derrick Rose the fuck up out of here. Derrick Rose is the one that doesn't have a role here.
So this is my thing. Over Tibbs' dead body. That's the first thing. The second.
But the offseason's not over, so it could be Tibbs could be a dead body. You know, we got Quinn Snyder's out there and whoever else out there.
Let's be logical though. Let's be logical, right? Yeah. Derrick Rose make 14. Evan makes 19. Now, this is under the belief that if Tibbs loves Quickly the way it's reported, that means you love the locker room leadership. Now, we know Tibbs love vets, but at the same time, Tibbs has a track record of trusting certain young guys and trusting in giving certain young guys minutes, right? You've been with Obi Toppin, you've been with Emmanuel Quickly for 3 years now. It's going on 3 years. You've been with Quentin Grimes for a year. You said you loved him. You said you've seen Quentin Grimes in practice, and he was practicing like he was in a real game. So I'm expecting from Tibbs that automatically Quentin Grimes is going to play next season. So I'm expecting for Tibbs that Emmanuel Quickly automatically he's going to play next season. But also it's about the locker room leadership, right? We know Tibbs is a rigid guy. So does he trust Quickly enough to say, all right, you know what? We could trade Rose because now I got these guys I could lean on. And I think that would be helpful for Tibbs. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to get Tibbs out his own way. But at the same time, if you trade Derrick Rose, you know, you gotta have locker room leadership. That's it. You always gotta have some type of locker room leadership. So I know Tibbs will definitely trade Evan Fournier before Derrick Rose. But just like you said, where the fuck is Derrick Rose gonna fit? Because if I get Brunson, I want Quickly as the backup point guard. And if I want Quickly as the backup point guard, who's my backup too? This is where I say. This is why I love that Pistons trade, because now I get to comfortably say, oh, Quentin Grimes and Reddish going to play next season. And I don't, and I'm not gonna sit here, and I'm not sitting here feeling like I'm talking out my ass. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, Grimes will be well. It depends on how you rock it. But if RJ's the backup shooting guard at the moment, then Quentin Grimes is the backup to that. But like I said, if we get Zach LaVine at this point, then RJ got to slide to the three. Now you got Cam Reddish backing him up, and you still got Quentin Grimes backing up Zach LaVine.
and now that's an influx of youth. But see now, that,
I'm sorry. Okay, got a tingle just now.
that's the type of situation. Now you got to get. See now I got to go get Carmelo Anthony. See now I gotta go get Melo.
Yeah, man, fuck Carmelo Anthony, man.
Get the fuck out of here. We ain't doing that. I gotta go get Melo. Who
Hold on. Let me get Evergreen.
Who?
Yeah, what's up, Evergreen? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Oh, he did.
You can hear him, State?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. What's good? What's good, Evergreen?
All right, so first and foremost, I don't appreciate the chippiness in y'all voice right now, especially you, because all of this, what the fuck is Tibbs doing? What the fuck is Leon Rose doing? That was being spoken of earlier on in the week. At that special event where we were at together, and everybody was all fucking doom and gloom, right? And I'm trying to explain to people, yo, there's a reason we got all of these picks. Something big is about to happen, and everyone was still like, oh, Uzbekistan? Like, we just moved off this guy for nothing, right? And I'm trying to talk people off the goddamn ledge. Now all of a sudden you guys see. Now we see, right? So can we say that all you got to do is follow the money, and maybe for once somebody could say Evergreen kind of knows what the hell he's talking about when it comes to dealing with this money shit. Like the writing was on the wall, not necessarily to make deals with Detroit. I wasn't expecting making deals with Detroit to that extent, but holy shit, they got rid of them for absolutely nothing. I don't care if it was 5 second-round picks. That is absolutely nothing. There's something big getting ready to happen. And if we move off from Evan Fournier, this will be possibly one of the greatest off seasons that the Knicks might have had in at least in the last, I don't know, 30 fucking years.
Yeah, they should shut it down. Like, if the Knicks just shut it down and don't do nothing, I'll be happy with that. Say, whoa, the Knicks just traded this guy. All right, fuck it, just leave it alone. Whatever you thought you was gonna do next, don't do it, because I don't want them to mess up the high and shit.
Bro, I'm cool with all of it. I'm cool with all of it. This is why I didn't freak out at the draft, because there was no way that we were gonna draft somebody and then trade them and not think that we was gonna be doing something extended after that. There's no way that we were gonna the logic behind it should have been, holy shit, we've got 9 draft picks in the next 2 years. Next year we have 9 draft picks. That should have been enough for people to say, okay, well, we're not going to be able to have all of these contracts unless we're planning on moving on from everything. So it looks like that Evergreen gets exactly what he wants. I want to keep Cam Reddish. I pray to God we don't move off of him, right? I want to keep Cam Reddish. I want Evan Fournier to go. And I'm cool with Derrick Rose staying, just like you've been talking about, as far as having that potential depth later on in the season. I would keep that. That would be the only bad contract that I would keep. I would keep him at $14 million and save him for playoff time. That's what I would do. He's staying, and then if there's ever any kind of mix-up, that you got Derrick Rose and you got Jalen Brunson. So I would keep that. Now, if they choose to move on to it, which they probably won't, because just like State said, over Tibbs' dead body, then I'm cool with that too. Right now, Evergreen G is a happy camper. Right? I have no anger in my heart. I didn't have any anger in my heart yesterday. And let's fucking go Knicks.
Yeah. We're gonna call you the Swami now, because that's you coming on here, like I told you. You're the Swami now. That's what Julian Bloom is calling.
Oh, he is right. Oh my God.
What's Earl Yates talking about?
If the Knicks, if Leon Rose, I would trade all of them.
Well, we talked about it before. I mean, even with Evergreen, me and Evergreen was talking cap, a couple months ago with Mitchell Robinson. Like,
Mhm.
if you swipe away all of our vets, it's $80-something million worth of contracts.
Yeah.
So you could basically give Brunson 25. You could go to either Bill or Zach LaVine. Well, this is Tibbs. So Tibbs is going to Zach LaVine. You go to Zach LaVine, you tell him, look, listen, bro, I'm going to give you 30, but in the later years, you could get 35 or something like that. And then now you could still probably work with 30 million. He like 30 or like 25 million. So with that 25 million, you could still go out and you could probably get something else. Now, that's the way how you weaponize those draft picks that you got, because you do got assets. But now this is where Leon Rose got to make his money. You know what I'm saying? He got to make his
He already
money.
made his money.
No.
Motherfucker, cha-ching! He just freaking cash that check.
Nah, man, he ain't make it yet. He ain't make his money yet. He got to make his money right now. Exactly how we're explaining it, right? Because Brunson can't be your only move. You
Right.
just paid 19, right? You got 30 million in cap space. If you gonna go broke, you gotta go all in.
Yeah,
You
but state. I know Evergreen's still on the phone. I want Evergreen to get some more bars off. But yo,
oh
you were just saying that Leon Rose was trash and this, that, and the other. He ain't shit. He don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Right.
What's the direction? Blah, blah.
Right.
Now you're talking about, oh, now he need to do more. He need to do it again now. This is nothing. He need to do it again. Like, come on.
he gotta show me.
Yeah, you heard that? He said you a greedy motherfucker, and I agree with that shit.
Y'all are all greedy. I'm trying to tell y'all, like the writings are on the wall for whatever we get.
I'ma eat it. Ah!
But we have to be patient, right? Now the best case scenario is that we find a way to get off of both Derrick Rose and Evan Fournier. If Leon Rose can pull something like that and clear up cap space in order
Yeah,
for us to
if he clears Fournier and Rose, bro, in the same offseason, we need to build that motherfucker a freaking statue, man.
Yeah, he get. Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
So again, all of this talk that we've had over the last few years, that Leon Rose, that these guys are suckers, you know what I mean? These guys don't know what the hell they're doing and all that other stuff. Y'all need to can it. And the proof is in the pudding. The proof has always been in the contracts. The contracts were set up that way. So that should have been more than enough just for these guys to see what they were doing. I knew that something was bigger happening because the story was playing out when we got Cam Reddish. That should have been enough to say, okay, they're going to see what they got in him. Just so happens that he got injured a little bit too early, and they weren't expecting to sit him for the rest of the season. But Cam Reddish's year, he's staying. Evan Fournier, they're trying to sell high on him because he broke Allen Houston's record, right? And that's the best opportunity to do so on a $19 million contract. Leon Rose, you get my vote for Bronx Borough president.
yeah. Shout out to Eric L. Beast there, man. But what's the other dude? Clarence, whatever. I had mentioned this earlier, Evergreen, that we basically helped Detroit get 2 draft picks. You know, they wanted Jaden Ivey. You know,
Right.
we you know, so I mean the jig is up. We got up off of Jaden Ivey. We stopped trying to trade for him. That was, I guess Detroit wanted Jaden Ivey, so we let them take him. You know what I'm saying? And then we helped them get the other guy that they wanted, Jalen Duran. So we helped them out, man. So this is the reason why they decided to help us out to jump the contract. So it's one hand washes the other, man. So this is the reason why Leon Rose is here. This is the reason why. To grease guys palms behind the scenes and stuff like that. To make them want to make moves with us. This is proof right here.
Just do me a favor. That was a real mob boss Don Corleone goon shit. He didn't even give up a first. What? Yeah, that's some real backhanded.
Now, hold on. I want to be careful. I want to be careful for this is for all the podcasters. I'm coming for everybody's neck over the next week. Everybody, because the amount of slander that they've been given this front office, the amount of disrespect that they've been given. When I'm the only one that's been like cap flexibility, cap flexibility. What the fuck are we gonna do with cap flexibility? Everyone's losing their minds, and now they see I've kept so many fucking receipts, bro. I got so many receipts, and I'm going off on everybody. Y'all wanted to go off on me on my rant about the Knicks winning the championship. That's fine. That's fine. I'll eat crow with that. That's fine. But I've kept the receipts about this Leon Rose being a bad GM. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Man, listen, we about to set the Savory Streets about to be on fire when I'm done over the next week. Lord have mercy. Y'all, man, listen.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit.
This stuff. Only reason I'm giving State a pass right now is because State is on the show right now. That's it. So you good, State. You dodging a couple bullets. But as far as everybody else is concerned, oh my God, it's going down. It is going down. Hey, peace and love, Knicks family. I'm gonna get up out of here, man.
Peace and love, brother.
I gotta get up out of here.
Yeah, peace, Evergreen. Thanks for chiming in, man.
Yeah,
Peace.
man.
Yeah, Evergreen's one of the best, man. I really like you gotta meet these Knicks fans, man. You know, State and stuff like that. We had get-togethers and stuff, but you know, Evergreen's a really dope dude, man. Definitely, good freaking guy.
Woo. Yo, so they really freed up. Yo, that's really nice to hear, man. That they freed up.
Yeah, so I mean, we was arguing the other day, bro. We was arguing about the movement and stuff, and why would you trade this to get the three? What's the vision? Yo, this is the vision. This has always been the vision for the Knicks. Clear cash space, get draft picks, and keep the rotation going. Keep trying to get this guy, the next guy, tacking on guys, and just keeping the forward moving, waiting for the opportunity to pounce and make moves to get certain guys. Now we did say Zach LaVine, right? But I mean, what about Donovan fucking Mitchell? Donovan Mitchell's been living in New York City, just living his best life, man. Now he's in Louisville, but he did his routine. Yo, here's another freaking guy too. You know, we talking about Jalen Brunson. It might not even be Jalen Brunson, or it might be both of these motherfuckers, man. Did I put it on here? What's this? Oh, this picture here. Freaking DeJounte Murray's in New York too, wearing a Knick color hoodie.
Yo, these guys here, man. They something going on, man.
Something's going on here.
I can't even. I'm with full due respect to Leon Rose after what just happened. I can't even doubt him no more because he just got rid of Nerlens Noel and Alec Burks in some seconds in cap space.
Wait, they gave Detroit back their second round pick. Bang! How about that? Okay, we traded them back their second round pick.
Yo, that's nice, man. That's nice. That's nice. I can't, but it's not over, right? Because remember Evergreen, I don't know if you're still watching, brother, but just getting Jalen Brunson can't be your only move.
Right. That
it gotta be a secondary move. You gotta get Jalen, and you gotta try to go get Zach LaVine. Some of that ilk.
Yo, they clearly are trying to get. They clearly are making a move now. The Knicks are making a move.
And honestly, I want Carmelo Anthony back.
Yeah, you know, somebody mentioned that that I said fuck Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, I'm from New York, man. Fuck every one of you motherfuckers up in here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everybody in the chat. All the respect. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, Carmelo Anthony now, not just go get him. Now, if we make these moves and we get our team together, then he's coming. Then he's gonna pause. He's coming. Then he would come here. Not because he still wants to be a part of something. So then if we make these moves and whatever, and it ends up being a spot for him, like say if we do trade a Julius Randle or whatever, we got Obi Toppin. Now I'm telling you, we need a backup. Now you can bring in a Melo because Melo still wants to be a part of it. I mean, but that's a little bit too much, man. But I mean, just adding Melo just to be the third string, guy, just in case there's a what do you call it, injury or something like that, or just to have him on the squad, just to pick up the tab at freaking Denny's when they go on the road or something like that. That's good enough for me, man.
Nah, that's not good enough for me, man. Yo, we gotta go for it, man. And when I say go for it, yo, you literally just said to me, bro, they could unload like $70 million cap space right now.
Nah, 80-something million. That's the max number if they get rid of everybody that we don't want. If they get rid of everybody that we don't want, then bro, they got rid of Kemba Walker, they got rid of Alec Burke and Nerlens Noel. Willingly. They got rid of them guys.
Who's to say they not even trying to go get Ayton with Brunson? Who's to say that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say they not trying to trade 3 first-round picks and try to go get Dejounte Murray and still trying to sign Jalen Brunson in the free agency? So this Leon Rose first move, with all due respect, can be a domino effect of elite moves. Like, he can literally, off of this trade he just did, because we did a favor for a favor. That's Leon Don Corleone Rose.
Yep.
Favor for a favor. Cleveland, I don't know what Brock Aller did over there for them, but they picked a Coro. Obi fell us. I don't know how that happened. I don't know who was at the dinner table. He told him, y'all gonna put something in your drink. I don't know what happened.
Knicks got a good. It's not just Brock Aller. We got a good team of guys there. We got that dude from the Brooklyn that Kobe vouched for. We got that dude from OKC that was doing the work over there for them. Also Brock Aller. Also, we got we stole the old man from Utah. The sweet man that looks like he gives great hugs and has worth his original in his pocket. And then we also stole the freaking GM from Sacramento. So we have a really good room of basketball minds all talking together, man. So you got to give credit to everybody, not just the one dude. I get it though. It's exciting shit, regardless of the fact. But let me throw this out there. After the Knicks done made all their shiny moves and got their players, okay, now we can go over to cap to sign Mitch Robinson. Ta-da!
Nah, but you can still. So with Mitch, this how you do the Mitch deal, right? You don't have Mitch's deal finalized until you have it under the table, right? You're talking under the table, right? So you have Mitch's deal finalized way before free agency, but you don't announce it yet. And the reason why is because you have his bird rights. So if you could use all the cash space that you got after you trade said players, then that's when you re-sign Mitch. So
that's what I'm saying. We gotta wait till we make our moves, then go over the cap to sign him. But I mean, they can't finalize it. I mean, they can make a handshake agreement. Say, listen, Mitch, don't leave after we finish doing this. Then we'll sign you. So Mitch gotta believe that we're not gonna jerk him.
Wow, that was an elite deal. I couldn't even believe what I'm looking at from Leon Rose. How do you trade 2 seconds? Wow. But
and one of the seconds is not even ours. It was originally Detroit's anyway. So we basically traded 1 second.
Right. I don't even, to people that say, oh, the Knicks, they using the second round picks to get off the contract. I don't give a shit about them second round picks, with all due respect. That's a good move. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand why you did what you did draft night. You know what I'm saying? So I got a season now. Leon Rose, I need another trade. You gotta give me another, because you gotta consolidate. You didn't consolidate enough yet. We asked him to consolidate. We've been asking for months. He got to continue that.
Yeah, but props to him. Now the pressure is on, but at the same time, now he done did enough to make me happy. I'm good with it. With the next move is not the same thing. Yo, go get me Jalen Ivey. Oh, this motherfucker didn't get Jalen Ivey. Oh, go get me this guy. Oh, this motherfucker didn't get me that guy. Now the question was, what is the direction? What are we trying to do? Now you see it. Now you see what we're trying to do. So now it's all about the path or trying to get to where we need to go with that stuff.
When you're trying to build a team, people take pay cuts a little bit in order to win. If you can try to get Brunson, remember I said to you, like, he could get a contract where it costs more, like, later in his contract instead of at the beginning. Or if you could, get a agreement or somehow and try to get him to take less and try to get another player to take less, and then you try to get another player to take less, it shows the unselfishness. You get what I'm saying? And you got to build a team to win, bro. You can't just have one player making $50 million and you're trying to still build your team. Golden State already had their young core. Like, they drafted that. So they could go in the and they won championships. So they could go on the luxury tax. It doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying?
The thing with Golden State is that they had little spurts in time where they won and then they lost and then they got a lottery pick, and they're like that. They basically did what you want to do, like win one time and then tank another time, get another asset. That's what they did. So they were lucky in that way also too, But they also Poole wasn't a high pick. They were lucky to draft Poole.
Yeah.
It's just luck basically. You got it, but in order to like the phrase like scared money don't get no money. So I mean you have to do your shit in order to get. You can't just like hope that this needs to happen. Come on, man, we need to do this, we need to do that. Like begging for the universe to give it to you. You got to go out there and get it, and then the universe will fill in the blanks. That's the law of attraction. The law of attraction is that you have to attract. Not just gimme, but you're not putting nothing else out there. So that's how Golden State got it together. So I mean, the Knicks now are painting their own law of attraction. You know what I'm saying? We scratch a few people's backs throughout the last few years. Even shout out to Phil Jackson, man. Phil Jackson gave Cleveland, Shumpert, and RJ way back in the days. That's karma, bro. Because we gave them a starting backcourt, to help them win the championship. Now karma's coming back. We took Brock Aller from them. Like you mentioned from Cleveland. So I mean, this is like a karma coming back to us. We planted the seed, and now we see it growing years later. So yeah, man, you gotta have foresight. That's for any young person listening. Whatever, man, you have to have put intent in the world, yes, but you can't just be like selfish and be like just begging for people to save you in this life, man. You have to put it out there, in order to receive too.
That's true.
It's incredible.
Last thing. If the Knicks, and I just read this, if the Knicks somehow traded Randle into a trade exemption and traded Cam Reddish, the Knicks could open up $100 million in cap space.
That's what I said. Because I mean, we're talking about 80-something million of contracts that we don't want. But if we was to do that with Julius Randle added to that too, then that's when you get the almost $100 million worth of space.
Here's my thing. I want to keep Reddish. I think Reddish could be really, really good, bro. So if I could keep just Reddish, I just want to be greedy. Fuck. Because Leon Rose just goomped that. He just goomped Detroit. So I feel like a goon too. I feel like I could keep Reddish out of these deals. But I want to keep him. I'm biased. So I'm keeping Reddish. But you get rid of 30. You're working with damn near 100 million. Listen, bro.
It gets crazy. It gets really crazy. And at the same time, we still keep our guys. See, Cam Reddish don't need to be Paul, what's the name? Paul George, if Cam Reddish can just be what do you call what's the dude the dude that was on the Knicks that went to the Lakers, the young dude?
Who? Cam Reddish could be Cam Reddish. I don't think Cam Reddish I don't think he could be Paul George. I'm comparing him to Andrew Wiggins. But the young boy said on the Lakers?
Yeah, I mean he could be Andrew Wiggins too, but Paul George or Andrew Wiggins. But I mean he could just be Trevor Ariza is who I'm thinking of. Yeah, Trevor Ariza. Thank you, Julian Bloom. Trevor Ariza. If he ends up being Trevor Ariza, that's fine too.
He's way more skilled than Trevor Ariza. He's way more skilled.
But that's in your imagination though. Trevor Ariza could get threes and the same thing like Cam. Well, I'm just saying not putting so much pressure on Cam. Cam could just be Trevor Ariza, and I think he could be, and we'll be fine with that.
I disagree with that personally.
Because you're talking about a dude coming off the bench, though. You're talking about a guy coming off the bench because RJ is the 3 now. If you go in and get another guard, it could be anybody, Beal or whoever else could possibly get here, to be that shooting guard. It could be Donovan Mitchell, whoever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? That means RJ's the 3, so that means Cam Reddish is coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? So Cam Reddish just needs to be a role guy off the bench.
Shit, I mean, but share the game though. Yeah, he's not. He's way better than Trevor Ariza. Well, he's not way better, but he's way more skilled than Trevor Ariza ever was. I I don't think I would want to box him into a Trevor Ariza role. But at the same time, I
If he's
know
coming off the bench, then he's Trevor Ariza.
nah, he can be way more than that.
Coming off the bench though, when you got RJ, because I mean RJ got to play 30. You know, whoever's the power forward got to play minutes too. You know, Zach. Now if you got Zach LaVine and Brunson, where's the minutes coming from? So then
Still
coming
got
off the bench, those guys got to play roles. They have to play roles coming off the bench.
yeah, but they got to score too. You got a 9-10 man rotation. They got to put points on the board too. Obviously, you need points on the board. You seen how the finals went. Once them
Right.
boys runs, man, you need a good 10 man rotation, and them young boys is going to put up buckets.
But I mean, just calling Cam Reddish Trevor Ariza, is that a diss?
It's not a diss. I mean, that's a low ceiling.
Yeah, but Trevor Ariza also started for the Lakers and they won championships with Trevor Ariza.
But even at that same age, Cam Reddish got more. He was a more skilled player than Trevor Ariza ever was.
Okay, well, skill aside, I'm talking about a role on the team. Because I mean, he's not going to get 40 minutes a game because you got RJ and Zach LaVine, and this is hypothetical. Brunson, Zach LaVine, and Obi. You know, you got guys that are starting, so the guy's not going to play 40 minutes come off the bench.
Yeah, but I don't expect the starters to play hella minutes either.
Right. I'm saying, listen, he can still get 28 to 30 minutes coming off the bench. That's cool. You know, well, all I'm trying to say is that listen, Trevor Ariza's not a bum. That's the thing. Trevor Ariza's not a bum. Just because I didn't say that he's not Wiggins doesn't mean I'm disrespecting Cam Reddish, who hasn't done shit in his career. Cam Reddish hasn't done shit in his career. You know, so I compare him to Trevor Ariza, and if anything, that's disrespectful to Trevor Ariza because Cam Reddish didn't do shit in his career yet. You get what I'm saying? The energy is coming from the chat too, because the chat is vouching for Cam Reddish, but Cam Reddish didn't do shit his whole career yet. He hasn't done nothing.
That's understandable. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like Trevor Ariza got a body of work. It's just for me. When I look at Trevor Ariza, I've always felt he was a 3-and-D player. He never put it on the ball on the floor like Cam Reddish. I just think Cam Reddish is overall more skilled. And then when Cam Reddish has started in games, he scored at least 18 per game. So I know Cam Reddish, in my opinion, I think just Cam Reddish is just a better overall player than Trevor Ariza just ever was. And if Cam Reddish put in the right role, I don't think the Trevor Ariza role is proper for him. Only because.
So I mean, but stay for real. Come on, man. Like this is kind of nitpicking a little bit, but I'm saying you're talking about Obi's a starter at the 4, RJ's a starter at the 3.
Okay.
Brunson is the starter at the point guard. Zach LaVine is starter at the 4. So now, so now those are the starters. Now you're talking about that Cam Reddish is going to be in what kind of role coming off the bench? The main scorer coming off the bench?
You don't need him to be the main scorer because you got quick.
Yeah, you don't need him to be because then he'll be in the Trevor Ariza role.
It depends. But I disagree with that. It depends because it's Emmanuel Quickly, Cam Reddish. Who else coming off my bench? Quentin Grimes. You can have the bench unit being led by Emmanuel Quickly and Cam Reddish. And then who's your backup 4? Here's the thing. Who's your backup 4? That's
another question.
Huh?
That's another question, though. Yeah.
That 4 spot. That's who's the backup 4. So the Knicks still got to answer some questions. I like what they did though, because Brunson. Now I'm for certain Brunson's on the way, but that can't be your only move, right? They have to keep chopping that roster down a little bit. So salute the Alec Burks, man. Salute the Nerlens Noel, man. Much love to those brothers.
Let me double down on that state because I mean Nerlens Noel, hospital bed. Nerlens Noel, we were dissing him for like a couple years now. Alec Burks too, he was trash, this, that, and the other. But look at this around the league. These guys have are like ideal pieces here, a veteran mentor for the Pistons. Look at what the Pistons do. The Pistons need Alec Burks over there because they have a lot of young guys. So Alec Burks is a skilled dude. He can play point guard. We don't want him to play point guard, but him coming off the bench in that role for Detroit works for them. Same thing with Nerlens Noel. Nerlens Noel, coming off the bench works for a team like Detroit because they're working on putting Jalen Duran there, right? So if Jalen Duran's is starting center, then having Nerlens Noel coming off the bench is great for them. They have value around the league,
Yeah, man. Yo, that's nice, man. I have no complaints, bro. I have no complaints, bro. I'm even shocked that he did that. But now that's clearly that CAA, that CAA title, man. That's the big dog, man. Leon Rose, man. He gooned Cleveland out of Obi Toppin. And now he just gooned Detroit out of cap space because we did Detroit a favor, right?
right?
Favor for a favor. So now we need another favor. Because now I need you. You can't just give me this only move, dog. Like this can't be the only move. They got
Yeah,
go.
we can still keep Julius.
We can still keep Julius if you want, but it's all about fit and it's all about what's Julius' mindset coming back, man.
Yeah, if Julius Randle wakes up in the morning and sees Zach LaVine on the roster, Jalen Brunson on the roster, and RG's still on the roster, and they resign Mitchell Robinson, what do you think his mindset would be?
We still got Obi, we still got Quickly, we still got Quentin Grimes, we got Reddish.
What do you think he's gonna say? Baby number 3 is on the way. I think that's what's gonna happen. If I wake up and I check my phone and say, "Oh shit, this is the starting lineup I'm gonna be in," guess what, Brenda? Wake up.
He's not even the person I'm questioning right now. I'm questioning Tibbs. What the fuck you gonna do with this roster? I need to see some small ball. Bro, you gotta mix it up now. Like you got Randall, you got Obi quickly. Shit, man. You what? You know how many lineups you could play with that?
Go crazy. Go crazy.
Tibbs gotta walk up, bro. He gotta wake up, bro. He gotta wake up, bro. Yeah, I can see the vision. Because if you DeAndre Ayton, you looking at the Knicks now, they go get Brunson. You like, wait, hold up. I can go to Detroit, but Brunson, he's kind of. I want to see how much respect Brunson garners. Do people really respect Brunson like that? So we'll see. We gonna see.
Well, we already know how to stop Brunson. You put somebody big on him, like Golden State. That's a shout out to Brunson though, because Brunson gets I don't know if he was the one that said it, but in order to stop Brunson, they put Draymond Green on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Draymond Green was guarding the best player. I think Eddie C was the one that said that or whatever. Like he was guarding the best player throughout the whole playoffs. But then when he went to play against Dallas, he didn't guard Luka. He guarded Brunson. So to take Brunson off his square. So that's the attention that Brunson got. But like I said, if you want to stop Brunson, you basically put a big dude on him. And you could play games in that way, to stop us. But I mean, if you stack the deck like how we're looking at it, then then that's interesting.
You got to. The Knicks is looking nice, man. You got to try to trade. Now you got to go all in, man. You got to push the chips into the table, man. Well, you got to push the chips into the table. So the most fourth quarter points by the Knicks in the last 2 seasons. Emmanuel Quickly had 653 points. Julius Randle, 600 points. R.J. Barrett, 552 points. Alec Burks, 504 points. Salute to Alec Burks. It's going to be interesting what the Knicks do. If they could get Brunson with Dejounte Murray, and see the kicker about Dejounte Murray is you could get Dejounte Murray and you could still have like extra cash space because he only make like $17 million. But you would have to give up 3 firsts in that scenario. But you're still getting Jalen Brunson, but then you have to use the cash space and definitely get somebody else. So it's a lot of possibilities. Shout outs to Leon Rose. I'm actually surprised right now. I'm actually proud of him a little bit because I was shitting on him the past 2 days. So let's see. I guess one of the Nick guys in upper management seen my video from yesterday and said, "Yo, we got to shut this guy the fuck up, man. we got to shut this guy the fuck up, man. He's talking too."
Yeah, shout out to Brad Dressler. We had him on the show. We had him on the show twice, I believe. No, we had him on the show once, and then we was on his show, I think, once. So anyway, he basically just breaks it down. So and like basically, like he says, in a convoluted way, the Knicks traded the 11th pick, the 13th pick, right? Because we traded the 11th for the 13th. I don't know how we did that. 4 seconds, Kemba Walker, Burks, and Noel for 3 first-round picks. And if Taj is waived, then we got $37 million in cash base. That's a hell of an offseason, man. That's only a couple days in between each other.
Gotta get off of Evan Fournier, bro. You gotta get off of his contract or Rose contract. And if I had to choose, I might say Derrick Rose, but then again, I'm definitely saying Evan Fournier because he's the guy that got value. He's the guy you give up less to in order to clear up that space. Because just like I said to you earlier, when you're operating with a trade exemption, you're always operating above the cap because you have that trade exemption. So.
Well, listen, like I was telling you, the butt of the argument yesterday was it's like, listen, they moved Kemba Walker for whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that to me tells me that they're capable of doing that shit. So then they did it again, but then not only did they do it again, they doubled you. They said, okay, we got rid of Walker one day, and then the next day they got rid of Nerlens Noel and Alec Burks in the same fucking trade. You know what I'm saying? So that Alec Burks is, Leon Rose is letting you know that this is what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So he just it's like he's like Jason in a freaking horror film. He's like stalking the Knicks roster, and I don't know who's gonna go next. But we all know that Leon Rose is capable of just chopping somebody off this roster like this. You know, so who is next? You know, it's like Leon Rose is chopping heads off, man.
Oh, if he could do any of these moves, and he still keeps quickly RJ, Reddish, Obi, Mitch, and Grimes, and it's already reported.
Bang!
It's already reported he converted Jericho Sims two-way contract into a regular deal. Yo, for sign Mitch, I'm a lose fucking mind. I don't even say anymore.
Well, on top of this too, I wanted to mention a couple things too, because I'm, in like before you came on, if you didn't come on, I was gonna start talking about the young guys. I mean, we went and drafted Montero, Gene Montero. I think he's good because like I made a podcast before, and he was actually drafted. It was projected to be like the 5th best guard drafted. Actually, he was projected to be the 2nd point guard drafted in the draft, entering the season for the college season. You know, what I'm saying Gene Montero. The mistake that he made was going to overtime elite. That's why he didn't get drafted. It's not because of his play or anything. It's because he ended up going to overtime elite and basically wasted his time, for the entire year playing for them. But we still got Deuce McBride and we got Quickly. If we walked into the year with Quickly as a starting point guard, Deuce backing him up in Montero as a 3rd string, that still wouldn't be that bad, to tell you the truth. But even after these trades, these guys are still on the roster. So you mentioned Quentin Grimes got converted to a regular contract. So Montero is probably going to be the 2-way guy now. So now we possibly have extra because now if you got Jalen way quickly, now you have other pieces that can be moved too. Deuce is possible. Rokas definitely is probably out of here in some kind of trade. So it's interesting. Knicks have a lot of chips, man. A lot of underrated pieces that can be moved. And we gotta tip our hat to what not only Leon, what the whole staff has been able to do to get us assets and just put us in a conversation to talk about bringing really good basketball players to this team. It's a process. This is our process. This is how we're going about doing it. Other teams do their thing. This is how the Knicks are going about doing it. So we're painting our own picture. Good shit, man. Comment said that Don is shopping at Old Navy. Yeah, then Detroit is getting fleeces. I like the analogy, man. I like the analogy. That shit is dope, man. Oh man, Brunson can teach RJ that footwork. I don't know. Not for nothing. Brunson looked like Scrappy Doo. For those that know who Scrappy Doo is, Scooby Doo's little nephew, I think. He looked like Scrappy Doo running around there. The short ass legs, big ass head. But he's still a good basketball player though.
Yes, yo, man. I'm happy. I don't have nothing else to say, bro. I want to sit down. I want to like take this all in. Like this was crazy. I'm so happy it happened live, so I can have an authentic reaction to that shit. I'm really happy with the fuck Leon Rose did. Like I really want to sit down and take this for a couple hours, understand what he's trying to do, and I think we should just get right back at it tomorrow, bro. Because I have nothing else to say, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, man. This is one of those days where, like, you at work, you got to go find like that bathroom that nobody goes to. Like that section of the place closes, and you get to walk in that bathroom and just sit in that toilet, you know, unbothered, and just go through, you know, and do whatever you need to do. You know.
Bro,
Yeah, this is Jalen Brunson in action right here. This is actual footage of Jalen Brunson.
Oh man, Scrappy Doo. Cartoon Network, man. That's one of my favorite cartoon channels, man. Sheesh, yo. Leon Rose, man. That was nice. I'm happy. I'm happy. I gotta put crunch numbers. I guess we'll get
I don't
more
know what you're
news
saying.
because another movie's gonna happen, yo. I'm happy, yo. I'm happy.
Yeah, definitely
That
another move is happening. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Shaw Legacy. Yo, Shaw, man, we got to get you on the pod, Shaw. You know, you know, I see you doing your stuff, man. So we need to come on here and I have a chat with me and State. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody here, man.
Yeah,
Pudge is here. Everybody say this is exciting, man. This is an exciting time to be a Knicks fan. I've been telling people since I started my podcast. This is an exciting time to be a Knicks fan, man. You know, so much stuff has happened throughout the course of the last, you know, since KP came on, since KP got traded. You know, it's been an exciting ride getting to this point. We drafted RJ, you know, and you know, we just run down the line. Mitchell Robinson got here, you know, we traded for Cam Reddish, you know, all those different things. Julius Randle signed here. There's a couple things that's been happening, man. You know, Leon Rose came over here, CAA, you know, all that stuff we are on a ride. We are on a nice ride right now. You know, so shame on people that spent this time complaining, like severe. I'm talking about severely complaining. The ones that are severely complaining that don't see nothing good about anything. You know, they just talking about, oh, we need to do this. Yeah, and they're always upset every single time they make a statement. You know, shame on you guys because you're missing the whole ride. You're missing the whole ride. You know, it's unbelievable.
I'm extremely happy about what transpired within the last hour. I have no complaints. So they, you know, listen. Look, Ebro, I got no more. I got nothing else, bro. I'm dead straight.
I got you, man. You know what
I want
say?
to really sit down and really analyze like the roster, the cap space, because we really just had a convo about the Knicks and how much they could get up to 70 to 100. Zach LaVine and what I forgot what today date is. Oh, I'm getting old.
Today's the 28th, Tuesday the 28th. So we still got Wednesday and we still got Thursday.
Oh, it's Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. So I guess tomorrow we could. Oh, and it's almost free agency anyways. 28th. I guess it's Thursday at 12 a.m.
Something like that. Is it at midnight?
Oh, I don't know.
Thursday at midnight?
We'll see. That was nice. That was nice.
We'll stay. Yeah, we'll talk tomorrow then, State, man, because you're breaking up big time.
I don't know. It should be. All right.
Okay, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna pop State out because State is walking through the tunnels and he's losing reception and stuff like that. So I was just about to say that it was 4 p.m. on Thursday. You know, so 4 p.m. on Thursday. That's what it's Tuesday right now. And you're talking about Wednesday and then tomorrow. So I mean, you know, the way that these guys work, man, these NBA guys, they work round the clock. So we might get announcements tonight still. We still might get more announcements tonight. We might wake up to an announcement. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to the Knicks, man. The Knicks, you have to be patient. That's number one. We Knicks fans, we spend a lot of time talking about the Knicks and this, that, and the other. But when it comes down to it, you really have to sit back and just enjoy your team. Shout out to I just got a notification for somebody that only makes posts when something happens, and then he has a big opinion and stuff like that. My thing is, and then they people like that always chastise people that talk about the Knicks when nothing is going on, hypothetical stuff. This is all about fandom. You know what I'm saying? That nobody is going to tell me or tell anybody else for that matter how to be a fan. So if anybody is out there doing that, those people are the ones that I'm talking about when I'm saying that they're missing the whole ride. You want to sit and argue about certain things because you think this is how it should go, and everybody else that doesn't have your opinion is an asshole. You know what I'm saying? You're missing the whole thing here. So right now I think the Knicks are on a trajectory right now, to something really good. Shout out to Kareem Grant. Like I said, I met Kareem Grant in person. And incredible experience. I'll never forget this. The look that I gave him when I saw him with the shirt across the thing. I'll never forget it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. The just people in the chat. Us talking here. Me and State don't know each other for nothing, but me and him are always together on doing pods. Shout out to Sim. Sim on the humble just put me in his team. To do content and stuff like that. Shout out to everybody that's out here doing this. We are experiencing something great right now, and I think that our enthusiasm, our positivity, the majority of us are giving a lot of great positivity out there, and this is what is projecting us into this phase here. Right now I feel like it cannot be stopped. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it cannot be stopped. So anyway, everyone out there, please continue to support the Knicks. Like I said, who cares about Leon Rose? I make jokes and I'm saying, hey, fuck everybody in the chat. Listen, fuck Carmelo Anthony. He had his time here. Maybe he can come back again. It doesn't matter. It's really about the background. There's a flag there that says Knicks, orange and blue. I got a hat on, orange and blue. It doesn't really matter about Diehard Knicks on the thing here. It's about the color, orange and blue, that we all support and that we all love. Continue to do that because I believe our energy is building. Is helping to attract what we're looking for, and I think we're gonna get it sooner. We're gonna get it sooner than anybody anticipated, man. So, much love to everybody in the spot here. Shout out to Evergreen. Thanks to Evergreen for popping in on the phones, man. Like I said, like I always say, man, Eru out, 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb salute. So go out there and support your fellow podcasters that are out there podcasting, and also too hold guys accountable. The ones that come on here and try to hold me accountable and me and State accountable for things that we say. Hold some of these other guys accountable too for being like talking heads. Because we're trying to get away from the Stephen A. Smiths and all these guys, man. But these guys want to be sitting right next to them, so we got to hold those motherfuckers accountable too, man. Because truthfully, they don't deserve to be to be the leaders, or quote unquote, thinking that they're leaders of things, man. But yeah, anyway, I think I said too much. But anyway, I see you guys next time. Eru out.